Let me get you caught up. So last Friday, I had an initial consultation with a client in my office. I fully intended to film some of that consultation on Friday and it just didn't happen. Most of the time I have consultations with people online, so it's always really nice when someone is able to come to me and we're able to see each other in person. She already has a couple of the pillars of her skincare routine in place. There are some product and process tweaks that I want to do to those pillars, but it is nice when someone has a couple of things already in place that I would have put in place myself. So I'm going to be kind of working my recommendations around a little bit of what she already has. There was also something that came up, a breakout that she had experienced about 5 or 6 years ago that she was able to show me pictures of, and I was able to give her some clarity on what might or might not have been happening there, which felt good. After I speak to somebody, it takes about 48 to 72 hours of me dreaming and brainstorming and thinking and writing random notes and all of those things, and then at some point it all comes together for me. So that point has not happened for her yet, which means I need to spend a lot of time today with my notes on my ideas board back there that I need to, and on the interwebs, searching, looking around to figure out like really where I want to go. Happy Tuesday from my dining room table. Today is my day to stay home with our sick son. He tested positive yesterday for strep throat for the second time in 2 weeks. The kindergarten germ situation is very real. So I think tomorrow he's gonna be able to go back to school. Yesterday, I got a lot of really good work done on my letter, and this morning I woke up with a ton of clarity about the direction that I want to go in. In about an hour or so, I'm going to pack up my son, roll over to my office, pick up my notes, organize some of those notes, and get some things down on paper. So that is the plan this morning. Hopefully the plan does not derail. So, happy Wednesday. I had full intentions of getting some writing done on my letter yesterday, and it just did not happen. Sick kid was being sick kid. I was working out of his bedroom. I had some skincare recommendations go out yesterday morning as well, so I just got wrapped up in all of that. But this morning, I am at my desk. The sun is shining. I am in my quiet, serene office. I am going to really get to spend the whole morning doing my favorite thing, which is working on someone's recommendation letter. I may need to do a field trip to Sephora and Ulta this afternoon, depending on how this morning goes. It is time, and I am so very excited. I have 3 pages of my letter outlined, and I have realized that there's a hole. There's a hole in my plan, and that hole is for skin cleansers. So my client already has a salicylic acid based skin cleanser, which is fine, which we want to keep in the routine. What I'm trying to figure out is, do I want to use a skin cleanser to prioritize hydration, or do I want to try and sneak another active ingredient in? I've not decided. I've just not, I don't know. But I've basically been here hunched over for a few hours. I did go outside, but I need to go and get some lunch and give my brain a break. Let's go grab some lunch. It is now 5:59 on Wednesday evening, and I just got back to my office. I had virtual therapy this afternoon, which was great. Therapist Lauren is great. I also had to deal with a behavioral issue with my kindergartner. So I went and did that, which was great. Now that child is home with Mr. Skincare Coach. I have decided to prioritize hydration over trying to squeeze in another active ingredient. I need to figure out which version of a hydrating cleanser I am going to recommend. That is going to be the first thing that I do tonight, and then I'm going to work on my notes section. I sometimes include notes, and those notes are specifically tailored to the client and specifically about why I thought of this particular cleanser for a particular client, and what I'm hoping that cleanser or that moisturizer, what I'm hoping that product is going to bring to their skin. I really need to go and clarify some of my notes, because right now I've got random words that mean something to me but will not mean something at all to my client. So that is what I will do. Let's get Googling. I believe that I have figured it out. It is time for me to head home for the day. Just dropped my son off at school. Hopefully school goes well today. I realized at 2:45 this morning that I still have an outstanding piece of the puzzle. I have eye cream recommendations, but my client is concerned not only with her eyes, but with her lips. And a lot of times eye creams can double as lip treatments or lip serums. I need to go back and make sure that the recommendations that I have right now are also going to be appropriate for the lips. Then today I'm going to really flesh out the notes, and I'm starting to get very, very excited about sending my recommendation letter and seeing what my client decides to try and what works for them and what maybe they were surprised about. So I'm very anxious to get this letter totally perfect and ready to send out. My recommendation letter is now 5 pages long. The notes are going really well, and in a lot of my letters, I include an extras section, and that is for recommendations that don't necessarily fit into like your typical categories, but they are things that I want to put out there. The extras section, which is the final section of this recommendation letter, has it's ballooned. While I like to give my clients options and choices, I also don't want to overwhelm them. Right now, I am overwhelmed by the extra section, and I've gotta think that if I am overwhelmed, then my client probably will be too. When I come back from lunch, I'm going to continue to work through my notes and then spend some real time making real choices about the extras section. Final stretch. It's the final stretch.